over the next few years, downtown Redmond is going to see some massive transformations occur through redevelopment that we're doing. Today, we're going to focus on the renovation of the Evergreen High School that's being converted into City Hall. That's just one project. We're also going to be talking about in the future the redevelopment of the City Hall block that's going to lead to private investment and a much greater intensity use on that block. And we're also going to focus on Centennial Plaza, which is just west of Centennial Park, which is going to become yet another gathering place for families. So in a bit, we'll bring in Jason Neff, who is our Deputy Director of Central Services, who's been overseeing this project, and we'll learn a little bit about what it is, and we'll also focus on the greater context of why we're doing this project. So stay tuned and don't fall asleep. Okay, so give us a sense of the timeline, Jason. First of all, we're now on the second floor of the building, right? We're looking west towards what will be kind of a big community conference room. You can see that some of the finishes are coming in, the ceilings being completed. But when does the city move in? When can the public start visiting the building?
So yeah, a lot of dates floating out there about this project. So you know, there's going to be a ribbon cutting sometime in January. We'd like for that to coincide with the 95-year anniversary of the building. But the building won't be ready by then. It'll look pretty much done. The contractor is scheduled to be out of here February 10th. So we would be moving in sometime in February. When things are ready to go.
Okay, okay. We'll be down the stairs now.
There we go. There, huh?
Office.
Yes.
Oh,
so you need me to pull that down? No. We want a chocolate station. We want to do some historic talk. We're going to paint over that. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're in the Human Resources Office, which is in the northeast corner of the building. And Jason, why don't you talk to us a little bit about this? This is one of the main reasons we took this project on, aside from the redevelopment that can fall in the City Hall block. It was a historic building, and we wanted to bring life back into it and allow the public to move back into it. Can you talk to us a little about some of the historic elements and what you see as being important as you manage that renovation?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things you notice in this building is these big giant windows everywhere. Mm-hmm. So these have been totally refurbished, but they are the original, like these examples right here, these are the original panes. Some of them are 95 years old at this point. The hardware on them, about half of the windows in the building have original hardware on them. So that was really important for us to leave that intact.
And are these going to be operable windows? Can they be open?
Yeah, absolutely. They'll push out on the bottom, and people can cool their space in evenings or what have you, using what's naturally available to us.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And they've got a chalkboard over here in the HR department, so I'm curious what's going to be written on the board. But so this is another neat feature, though, right? Because a lot of these rooms were classrooms, and obviously they were littles that were in here because the chalkboards are only about 3 feet high.
Yeah, we had the Historic Landmarks Commission in here a couple weeks ago, and I think this was at once a 3rd grade classroom in here. And this is one of the chalkboards we were actually able to save. Everything you see there is original. We've just kind of painted at this point, but every time we found something like this in the building, we looked to make sure we could save it and bring it back to life, like you said.
That's nice. It's a neat feature. So people get to kind of experience the history of the building, but with kind of contemporary, modernized facilities, HVAC systems, etc., and smooth walls, and bringing back history. So,
absolutely.
And I think it's important to note that this is a project that was very important to council. It's been looked at for a number of decades. And while we happen to be the staff that are going to be inhabiting it for the next period of time, this building is going to last easily more than 100 years. And it was really important for the Redmond community to be able to have a city hall that people can take pride in, that's not a Safeway attached to an apartment building, attached to some kind of chicken shack. And so we realize the financial impact and what it means for the city budget as a whole, but what we're doing is investing in generations and generations to come. And that's what's really important about this. And we're able to do it in a way, as Jason said, that really brings back the history of the city and allows people that have gone to school here, whether it was elementary school or high school, to re-enter it and share it with city councils for the future as well. And that's why this project is so important.